Hello everyone, it's Mr. Chigo here. Today we're going to be reviewing this 2003 horror crime movie called Dead Clowns. Now, I know not many people remember this movie or something, but I could definitely say that this movie, I've heard a lot of people don't like this movie. I heard a lot of people don't like this movie. I don't know what it is, but there's something about this movie that obviously just didn't really sit well with some people. And yeah, I'm gonna say I watched this movie and I thought it was alright. I thought it was an alright movie. I mean, sure, there are flaws with it, but I personally thought this was a pretty interesting movie. So, I'm basically going to talk about what the plot of the movie is in case for anybody who doesn't know this movie or hasn't seen it. So, I'm definitely going to say. Now, basically, the plot of this movie is about it takes place 50 years ago where a circus was coming to town, and what happens is that there was a circus train, like a circus was coming, and a boat accidentally bumped into a bridge. And when it bumped into a bridge, what happens is that all the clowns, the people that were in the train, unfortunately died. And 50 years later, there is a hurricane in a small town in Florida. The hurricane just causing torrential downpours. It also awakens the clowns that they died in the bay of the town. The clowns have not only revenge on their minds since everyone has tried to erase their memories of the horrific accident. The clowns not only kill but resort to cannibalism and slaughter the people one by one. So basically, that's the main plot of this movie. Now, I did see a few people review this movie, and some people say that they actually didn't really like this movie. They thought, it wasn't that good, to which I can understand. I mean, this movie came out in 2003, so it is an older movie. So, yeah. I mean, I mean, there is, a lot of good potential with this movie. Like, this movie does have a lot of potential, and it had potential to be pretty interesting. I did review this on my main account known as Shadow the Lion Queen, like back in 2020, and I did say it kind of ripped off Burial Ground Nights of Terror. It kind of does to some extent, but but I'm not saying that's exactly the case or whatever. I mean, this movie could have, had a potential to be a really good one, but I can definitely say it just wasn't that great of a movie from what people have said because of the fact that, the concept of it just didn't work out well or something. So, I personally think this movie was an okay movie. I mean, it's not the best zombie movie out there, but it's definitely one of the better ones. I know there's a lot more better ones, but this is just one of them I definitely have to say that I've watched a couple times. It's actually you could find this full movie on YouTube. So, you guys can go find this movie on YouTube if you guys want to watch it. It's a pretty good one. I definitely do have to say. I mean, yeah, it's not the best movie in the world, but it's definitely not the worst movie in the world. There's other movies that are not that good. So anyway, I personally do have to say that, the acting was all right. I mean, the acting was all right. I mean, it wasn't the best acting, but there's definitely have been better acting. I can definitely say that now. Um, I mean, the gore was all right. I mean, the gore could have been better, but it was all right for what it is. I mean, it wasn't really the best gore, but I mean, there's some gory scenes. But most of the time when you watch this film, you would only see clown shoes walking. That would be, the clowns walking. Occasionally you would see their face and that, but that's just me. Now, I mean, to me personally, I rewatched this movie a few more times, and it's an alright movie. I mean, it may not be the best movie in the world, but it definitely is not the worst. I can definitely say that now. It's definitely not the worst movie in the world. Now, if you guys want to go find this movie, it is on YouTube. You are more than welcome to go watch it if you'd like. I will say, the movie's pretty good. I mean, to an extent, I definitely prefer other clown movies like It and stuff like that. I mean, this film, it's not the best, but it's not terrible. I can definitely say this movie could have been better. I mean the makeup was all right. I mean, it wasn't the best makeup in the world, but it definitely was not, terrible. I can definitely see it's not terrible. It's, an all right movie for what it is. I personally have to say that the film does have, some pretty good kills here and there. So, anyway, my overall rating, we will get to for Dead Clowns, and we will be counting down our score. And that was 2003's Dead Clowns zombie clown movie, and I give this one a 6 out of 10. It's an alright movie. I definitely have to say, I know it's not one of the best movies in the world. It could have been better. I mean, the concept of it seemed interesting and stuff, and the gore was alright. The gore was pretty decent. I can definitely say the um the deaths were pretty interesting. I mean, could have been better, but still, um, yeah. I mean, this is an alright for a zombie film. Maybe not the best zombie movie in the world, but it definitely have seen better days. So this movie is alright. I mean, it's not the best movie in the world, and it's not terrible, but I personally do have to say that this does have potential to be good, but unfortunately, it just didn't execute properly, if that makes sense. I mean, it's just one of those movies. I mean, it's not terrible in my opinion, but if you don't like this movie, I can respect your opinion personally. But, this is just my own personal opinion. And if you disagree with it, that's perfectly fine too. As we're all entitled to our own opinions regards these movies. Anyways, what did you guys personally think of this movie? Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. As always, I'm Miss Dark Shigo, and if you want to go follow me on my main account, which is Shadow of the Lion Queen that I mainly use, link to that will be in on my channel description, so you guys can go follow that one if you like. And as always, that's pretty much all I have to say, but if I'm missing something I did not mention in this movie, let me know. As always, I'll be catching you guys all in the next video. Peace out, and have a great day.